Minutes ago. Hooray! Okay, so at this point I'm waiting for the chef, the cook, to leave the kitchen so I can go in and steal some stuff that we're going to need later on. So because this isn't my first rodeo in terms of Monkey Island, there's going to be some stuff that would normally be a bit trickier to work out that I just kind of do because I've played this game a million times. And he always looks back that little bit. Don't go into the kitchen. So yeah, we want to pick up the meat for later, and we want to open this door, and we're gonna annoy this seagull. Pesky bird. Boink. Boink. And boink. Then we can try and pick up. I think that bird will pick my hand off. Okay. Got to be quick. Hey, we got it. This is where using a controller isn't always the best. I guess the special edition UI would probably make more sense, but I really want the nostalgia of playing it this way. I was thinking when we move on to Monkey Island 2, I'll play that in the updated stuff. Deep beneath Monkey Island, the ghost pirate LeChuck's ship lies anchored in a river of lava. Captain LeChuck, sir, there's nothing like the hot winds of hell blowing in your face. No, sir. Nothing like it. Sir? It's days like this that makes you glad to be dead. Oh, yes, sir. Glad to be dead. You're glad to be dead, right? Oh, yes, sir. I feel so lucky that you happened to capture my ship, then murdered me and everyone on board. Yes, sir. Lucky. Glad to hear it. Now, what was it you disturbed me for? Yes, sir. Well, you see, we might have a problem on Melee Island. Problem? What possible problem could there be? I've got these sissy pirates so scared of the sea they're afraid to take a bath. Well, there seems to be a new pirate in town. Actually, he's a pirate wannabe. Young. Inexperienced. Probably nothing to worry about. Don't know why I bothered you with it. I'll have him taken care of myself. Wait! I'll handle this personally. My plans are too important to be messed up by amateurs. Yes, sir. I'm sure that's fine. Nothing to worry about. Right, so let's venture further into town. We have our fish, and we have our hunk of meat. Perfect. Just what we need for a piratey adventure. Here's a trustworthy citizen of Melee. We must talk to him. Excuse me, but do you have a cousin named Sven? No, but I once had a barber named Dominique. Close enough. Let's talk business. Want to buy a map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island? Only one in existence. Rare. Very rare. Only 100 pieces of 8. I only have fish and a hunk of meat. Probably not going to cut it. Okay. No thanks, I don't have enough money. Well then, buzz off, kid. It's bad for business. Nope, it's disappointing. Hey, don't mess with my rat! I said, don't pester the rat. I wasn't pestering the rat. Hey, nice rat. Do you like rats? Yes, especially in a light wine sauce. Aye, get away! Do you guys know the sneaky looking man on the opposite corner? Wanna buy a map, eh? Our maps are top quality, not like the birdcage liners you get from that clown across the street. No, just kidding. These are actually copies of the minutes of the last meeting of the Melee Island PTA. Can't even give them away. Want one? Worth a shot? No, but I'll take one if you give me 2 pieces of 8. Okay, that's fair. Say, are you guys pirates? No, we're a wandering circus troupe. But this rat scared away the elephant. Shut up. Of course we're pirates. You can't buy clothes like these off the rack. What do you want? How come you're on the street corner and not on a ship? Looting, pillaging, sacking, that sort of thing. Well, pirating hasn't been panning out so well for us. There are some unnaturally talented pirates in the area right now, operating out of Monkey Island. So we've been pursuing alternate means of self-support. We're trying to start up a circus. It was working out well until the rats scared off the elephant. Now you've depressed us. Go home. Well, I guess I can buy the map. Excuse me, but do you... Oh, it's only you again. Come back for the map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island, eh? I hope you brought enough money this time. Oh. No thanks, I don't have enough money. So what was the money for? We shall continue and come back later. Look at the sign. The old rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shop. Serving your rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle needs for over 50 years. Bum ba bum 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 bum. I guess I can every now and again. Oh, so the special edition UI does have think. Right, to protect my voice and for a better stream, we're going to play the special edition UI because there is better sound. But every now and again, I will swap to show what the original graphics look like. That's what I'll do. Because the otherwise it's too quiet like this for a stream, isn't it? I'd have to add in music. I like the nostalgia of this, but
Hey, you! Come over
I
here.
think this would lead to a better stream. So we'll go for that. But also, I think that if we're going to do that, I'm going to... Just move this up a little bit. Yeah. Cool. Right. Do you think someone's trying to get my attention?
Hello? Anybody in here? Hello?
You know, bad things could happen to a person in a dark, deserted alley like this one. And at this time of night, nobody would be around to see it.
I guess their voice acting's better than mine too. We'll stick with this one.
Did you hear something back in here too?
No? I'd better get your name.
Got to go with this.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I'm a mighty pirate.
Listen, Peepwood.
Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, whatever your name is, listen. I'm the sheriff around here. Sheriff Fester Shinetop. Take it from me.
I love their
This
names.
is a bad time to be visiting Melee Island. A very bad time. My advice to you is to find somewhere else to take your vacation. Somewhere safer.
Boy, I feel much better knowing there's an officer of the law around.
Yeah, he was a bit creepy.
Ooh, a circus! I love a circus.
I do love a circus. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in the back alley that we can do at the moment. So we'll go back to the street.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
I love this guy.
What do you want?
I'm looking for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
The Swordmaster of Melee Island? Now, I don't know. See, nobody knows the whereabouts of her secret hideout. Nobody except me. I'd have to go and ask her if it's okay to show you the way. I guess I could hike all the way over there. Once. Be right back. And don't touch anything!
Oh, we're totally going to touch stuff. Yeah, like, of course we are.
Ring bell for service.
I'm taking that shovel. Totally taking that shovel.
Digmaster, the only shovel for serious treasure hunting enthusiasts. Digmaster, the only shovel for serious treasure hunting enthusiasts. Digmaster, the only shovel for serious treasure hunting enthusiasts.
Take the shovel. Score 1 for shovel. Sword. I don't think I can pick up a sword, but let's have a look.
Slashmaster, when you want a sword as sharp as your wit.
Ah, I got the sword. Right, I think... I don't think there's anything I can do with this handle, if I remember rightly. Oh yeah, it's Right, I need to watch him do that. Do. Ahoy there, fancy pants. I'm gonna start
It
saying
never
that to people.
fails. I step away from the counter for 2 seconds and some idiot's already ringing that stupid bell.
It's me. You're an idiot.
The sword master says you can jump in the lake, by the way.
Cool,
What do you
cool,
want?
cool.
I think I'd just like to browse.
Okay, but don't put your lips on anything.
Oh, I put my lips on everything. Can I just, like, leave? Leaving would be good.
Maybe you'd like to pay for those.
Ah!
About this sword.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
That's 100 pieces of 8. Take it or leave it.
Yikes.
I don't want it.
Figures. Now, how else do you want to waste my time?
Oh, I've got lots of ways.
About this shovel.
Yeah, what about it?
I want
I
it.
want it.
Ooh, another would-be
precious.
treasure hunter, eh? That'll cost you 75 pieces of 8.
Zoinks.
75 pieces of 8? I don't have that much.
Then you better go put it back.
No treasure for us just now.
Is there
We'll find
something
another
here
way.
that maybe you can afford?
I think I'd just like to browse.
Hey, this ain't no boutique. Don't take all day.
Is there anything else? I don't think there is. Okay. On to the next one. Hi, Hanadfist. Welcome to the stream. Come on in. We're playing through The Secret of Monkey Island, which is like my all-time favorite game. But it's been a while since I've played it. Okay, nothing to do in there just now. Hey, Goobu! Welcome back. You've not missed much. We're just exploring the town a bit more. There was a cutscene with the Ghost Pirate LeChuck. Oh, and since yesterday's stream, I've decided that I am going to use the special edition remastered graphics and sound because it makes for a better stream and saves my voice. But every now and again, I'll switch to remind people what the past was like. I think they did a great job in the original game of like conveying a lot with what they had. But yeah, the remaster's better looking. Although I think the Curse of Monkey Island version of Guybrush was good, and this is kind of like it, but not quite. He looks almost too handsome here. Dunno. Probably won't talk too much because you're yo-yoing. No problem. You've got to concentrate on yo-yoing. That's fine. Alright, let's speak to this dude. Whose name... I can't remember.
You gotta get me out of here! I'm a victim of society!
Not to mention halitosis. Ugh.
Hey, it's hard to keep my breath minty fresh when there's nothing to eat in here but rats.
Talk to Death Breath? No thanks. It's locked.
Breath mints. I need breath mints for him. I think this way just leads to the governor's mansion. And I'm pretty sure I can't get past these poodles. Yet.
I don't think I can get past them. I'm not going near them.
Sound like my dog. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. So we're going to search the next direction.
I'm not gonna warn you again. Leave the rat alone.
Yeah, I'm going to scare the rat away.
Hey, man. Frank, make him quit it.
Every time you move the pointer over the rat, this guy freaks out. Alright.
Oh, now look what you did.
I apologize for what I said about rats.
They're very intelligent creatures. More intelligent than him. Why, there's a story around these parts that a bunch of rats actually crewed a ship here from fabled Monkey Island.
No, that's not right. It was actually a group of monkeys.
That's amazing.
I am gullible enough to believe that.
True. When they arrived, they sold the ship for a pretty penny. Only time I've seen anyone get the better of old Stan in a deal.
We'll meet Stan
It
shortly.
was rats.
It's a treat.
I'll just be running along now.
Stan's my favourite. Oh wait, is that the... I think I didn't go in the store earlier and I've just remembered that I need to go in it.
A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. What possible use could that have?
Haha!
Maybe no one will miss just this one thing.
I mean, I'm totally taking a rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle.
What may I help you with, son? Wait, don't say anything. I can sense your name is Guybrush. Guybrush nose hair. No,
So close.
Threepwood. Guybrush Threepwood. Am I not right?
Wow, that was amazing. Do you know any other tricks?
I do not deal in tricks. What I know is the truth. I sense the guilt of stealing my chicken grows. Take it. It's yours.
Well, thank
Why
you.
don't you want it? Is it jinxed with an ancient voodoo curse?
No. The pulley squeaks. So, my mind
you eat
reading
pants? Am I going to be
skills tell
rich?
me it is your future you are interested in. Are you certain this is something you really wish to know?
Yes, tell me everything that's gonna happen to me.
That's such a Guybrush thing to
I
say.
am getting a vision. I see you taking a voyage. I see you captaining a ship.
Yeah!
I see.
What? See what?
I see a giant monkey.
Yikes.
I see you inside the giant monkey.
Gross.
Wait. It's all becoming clear. Your journey will have many parts. You will see things better left unseen. You will hear things better left unheard. You will learn things better left unlearned.
What kind of things? I hate surprises.
No, the time is not right to know. When you know your purpose, come see me. I will let you know then.
Yikes! So yeah, this is what it used to look like in the Amiga days. I mean, still kind of spooky. Hello. Guess no one's here. Yeah, they definitely did a good job improving that bit. Okay. So she said a lot of spooky stuff. But it's fine. We're not scared. We can totally handle it. Giant monkeys. Tch. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm wearing my brand new Mighty Pirate t-shirt. Hold on. Do, 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 do. Mighty Pirate! Which came just in time for the Monkey Island celebration stream, second part. Which was handy. Right, I'm going to walk out of the village and explore the rest of the island. I'm sure there's another way into this at the other side, but I wonder if I have to get rid of the poodles first. I'll speak to this guy again. Do you ever wonder if we're all just characters in a novel? I heard there was going to be a weenie roast here. I'm looking for fun. Seen any? What's green and hairy and has 1,000 legs? What do we think?
I heard there was going to be a weenie roast here.
Yikes! Oh, you almost scared me to death. I thought you were a... Oh, never mind. What did you say your name was again?
Call me Squinky.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. I came to Melee Island because I want to be a pirate.
Well, you picked the right place for it. Though perhaps the wrong time. Not to mention the wrong name.
Hey!
You have the silliest name I've heard in a long time.
Screw you, buddy.
What the heck is wrong with Guybrush Threepwood?
Nothing if you want to sell shoes. You want to be a pirate, boy? Take my advice. Change your name. Try something like Dreadbeard or Six-Fingered Pete.
Call me Squinky.
You just said you were gibberish driftwood or something like that.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Sure, or whatever.
I'm over this way.
Huh? Oh.
Who are you?
I'm
question.
the lookout of Melee Island. I watch the ocean for approaching storms and ships and report them directly to the governor. She doesn't like unexpected visitors, especially not now.
Why is the governor worried about unexpected visitors?
Actually, it's the expected visitors we're worried about.
Oh.
One pirate captain in particular. A dead one, but that doesn't make him any less dangerous.
We met him earlier in the cutscene.
How did you get to be the lookout when you're obviously blind as a bat?
Watch your tongue. I was handpicked by Sheriff Shinetop.
I'll just be off to seek my fortune now.
Good luck.
Fortune this way! Okay, so this is Melee Island. This is our first proper look at the map on this island. So over here we have a house. We have some lights. A clearing. And that one doesn't come up with anything. Island, shore. Is there anything else that crops up that we can visit? Village, lookout point. No. So I think we will go to. Well, let's go to the clearing first and see what's there. This is what it looked like in the olden days. Oh, I remember what this is.
I get in the cannon, but the gunpowder makes me sneeze.
Well, I cannot do it. I hurt my hand taming the lions last week.
I hardly think that little scratch compares to my chronic allergy. You get in the cannon.
You don't have any allergies, you faker. You get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
Slacker,
Loser.
ruffian,
Flop.
weasel,
Weevil.
miscreant,
Toady.
ne'er-do-well,
Scuffler.
mallet head,
I wonder how long they go on for.
Minute
pencil
I could just
head,
leave them.
Half head.
cheese
Just
head.
see. Cheesehead.
Hobby.
What?
Just to get in the cannon.
No, you get in the cannon.
I'm selling these fine jackets.
A once-in-a-lifetime chance.
To perform an amazing feat.
A death-defying feat.
Well, not so death-defying, really.
Dangerous feat.
No, not dangerous at all,
An easy feat.
but exciting,
With the amazing
adventurous, acrobatic,
and exceedingly well-known
fabulous, flying.
Ferrucini brothers.
That's us.
My brother Alfredo.
And my brother Bill.
Sound good?
Good.
It's very simple, really.
See that cannon over there? All you have to do,
Is get in the cannon
and we'll shoot you out of it.
Oh, that's fine.
across the room.
Why not?
Quite safe, actually.
So, what do you say?
I mean, I am a cheesehead. I love cheese. So they want me to get in the cannon and they're going to fire me across the room, and apparently it's perfectly safe. I mean, of course I'm going to do it.
I'll do it.
I'm a pirate.
We'll pay you
Nothing scares me.
478 pieces of 8. Have you got a helmet?
Of course I have a helmet.
I don't
What sort
have a
of idiot
helmet.
do you take me for?
Well, let's have it.
We want to be sure.
That
I
it's
have a
safe.
plan, though.
Wouldn't want you hurt.
No, siree.
Right. Need to get a helmet. So this is what a point and click is you go, you inevitably go somewhere, find out you don't have the thing you need, and then you go and find the thing you need. But that's why they only really work if they've got a good story and good characters. Oh, there's a bridge. Oh, I'm gonna go to the bridge. Because I don't think I can get past the bridge anyway. I'm just gonna try and walk past. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
You must pay a toll.
Stand aside, troll. I'm a mighty pirate.
Mightiest.
You're no pirate. While the town drunk could out insult you on his back. And probably would.
Oh yeah, insults are important in Monkey Island.
I can out-insult anybody, you brainless clay doppelganger.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you. Take that and stick it in your repertoire. You can't pass until you pay the toll.
Look behind you, a mouse.
I'm not falling for that. Scuttle along, you scurvy sea slug. None shall pass until you pay the toll.
Okay,
How much is the toll?
Well, what have you got?
Some semi-rancid meat?
I want something that'll attract attention, but have no real importance.
A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle.
I know it's not that.
Don't be silly. You have 3 chances to give me what I want. Then I eat ya. None
Yikes.
shall pass.
Okay, I don't think we have.
None shall pass. None shall pass.
There sure are a lot of spelling errors.
None shall
Right,
pass.
we'll come back here to the troll and his toll. Yeah. Did you see it in the classic vision? If I could, you need to download Woodward, you need to download Scum VM. So most of the classic LucasArts and a few other ones were made using the same engine, which was Scum, and you can download an emulator called Scum VM, which is updated quite regularly, and you can get them all onto your phone, laptop, what have you. It's just for streaming purposes, playing the official version's a bit easier. So yeah, you can get all the ROMs quite easily, should you want them. We might do the remastered version of Dave the Tentacle at some point, so I've got that on PlayStation. And Grim Fandango as well. And we're going to do Secret of Monkey Island 2 at some point as well. But I've also got one of them newfangled point and clicks, a game called Deponia, which I think there's 3 copies of, which someone recommended. I'm going to try playing through that because I've never played through it, and apparently it's a very similar sense of humour and feel to Monkey Island, so I'm looking forward to that one. And of course I need to get Fleetwood Park as well, which was Ron Gilbert, who made the Monkey Island Day of the Tentacles games. That was his most recent one, and you can get that on Switch. So anyone who's watching and would like to check out a point and click, Fleetwood Park might be a good one to start with. Right, I think if I go back into the bar, I think I might have forgotten to pick up a pan in the kitchen. So let's see if I can pick that up. And of course, welcome to the stream, Mr. Woodwards. So I have to stand here and wait for the the cook, to exit the kitchen and go and get more stuff. You're full throttle waiting to be played on Steam, but I think let's remaster the full HD. I know, I mean, if you look, like, this is fine. There's the pot I need. Brilliant. Hey, welcome to the stream. Next Nisa. Nice to have you here. And Legend's here too. Hooray. Oh, I've just remembered. I'm good, thanks. Let me check. We've got our first emote. Hooray! Yeah, so this is the original Scum Bar. Back in 1990. 1990 this game was released. You can't tell. Look at these graphics. And I think they've done a good job of keeping the humour and the feel with the HD remaster. But obviously it loses a bit of the kind of pixely charm. But what are you gonna do? And yeah, I'm good, thanks, Nix. How are you today? Oh yeah, that account is also VIP, as well as your other account. So now we've got the pot. So yeah, as I was explaining earlier, I've decided that we're going to use the updated HD graphics because the sound, there's more sound. When I'm using the old version, there's times when it's just like silence. I think that's going to make for a less interesting stream. And also, my voice can't handle doing hours of pirate voices. And their voice acting is much better than mine. What Dragon Quest XI magic is this? I've not got that yet. I need to buy that. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Old school, new school. Old school, new school. It's good. And I think they have done a good... It's the same game. It's exactly the same game, just updated the graphics and the UI a bit to make it more useful for consoles as well. So, yeah, we're going to stick with the remastered version. But I'll keep flicking between them so you can see the original. And it's the original graphics that we've used up above. I think the Scum Bar sign is probably from the remastered. But,
move out of the way, alright.
Elaine
Cuts my way
and
through.
Guybrush are original version. Oh.
Nice night we're having, isn't it?
How rude.
I sure hopes you had something more important to stop me for.
Why do you guys talk so funny?
Pirate lingo. It's how everybody talked back then. Come on, Guybrush, play along.
Did my son see my failed stream yesterday? No, I mean he could if he wanted to, but he was watching something else this morning. He might watch this one tomorrow morning. We'll see how it goes. Oh, and more of the pixelated art style than anything. So much nostalgia. I know. I need to get more of the old 8-bit, 16-bit games out.
Sorry to bother you. I'll be on my way.
Oh yeah, it's because I was standing still. That's why. That mechanic will come in handy later. Bomb, bomb, Bum 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 bum. Are you heading off? Just no problem, Legend. Thanks for popping in. Just a quick visit tonight.
Weasel! Weevil!
Oh, back at it.
Miscreant! Toady!
Does this place have a bathroom?
Hello again.
Ready to do the cannon trick?
Have you got a helmet?
Of course I have a helmet. What sort of idiot do you take me for?
It's a great helmet, a proper helmet.
Well, let's have it.
We want
It's
to be
got
sure.
That it's safe.
Wouldn't want you hurt.
it's got a MIPS
No, sorry.
system as well.
Ah, that will work as a helmet.
Now we can do the trick.
Step right over here, son.
Trick.
Now, put on your helmet,
And get in the cannon.
and we'll take care of the rest.
What could possibly go wrong?
It works!
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Pardon me.
Hey!
Are you okay?
I just love that so much. It's such a little touch, but putting the text upside down.
I'm Bobbin. Are you my mother?
He's alright!
It's
We
okay!
are spared an embarrassing and financially debilitating lawsuit.
Here is your money, sir.
Just
Nice.
a recompense for aiding us.
Got dosh.
The basic theory is fine.
We just need to change the aim a bit.
I'll try it next.
No, I'll do it next.
No, me!
No, me!
Slacker!
Loser!
Ruffian!
Fop!
That went fine. No problems at all. You've heard great things about Deponia. There are also things like Her Story and Not For Broadcast, which I see as the spiritual successors of the point and click genre. Oh, do you? I've not heard of Her Story or Not For Broadcast. What are they like? I kind of think games like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, that kind of and Firewatch maybe are a bit kind of similar in terms of feel to the traditional point and click, and that's more of a story. There might be some puzzles that you've got to walk through, but it's mainly walking you through a story. I guess like Gone Home as well. Man, Firewatch would be a great one to stream as well, wouldn't it? What a fantastic game that is. If any of you watching have not played Firewatch, go and get it. It's a brilliant game. I can't go there. I guess I'll try and go to this bit. But I know I can't do that. Tacoma? I do not know that game. That's like magic words to me. If you just add but space to anything, then like sold. I think M Woodwards would probably be the same.
Gaudy, but in a cheerful sort of way. I think it could support my weight.
Alright. See, I don't look at the things like Steam and Epic because I only use the Windows part of my laptop for streaming because it's a MacBook, and most Steam and Epic games don't work very well on MacBook. And then I don't want to fill up the space because I've had to partition it and install Windows, so I don't actually have a lot of space anymore. Woe is me. But I can have a look. I wonder if it's on PlayStation or Switch as well. No, it's a good recommendation. I will look out for it. Now I know what the solution to this puzzle is. And it is to use the chicken on the cable. Whee! You're in space right now. Cool. How are you enjoying No Man's Sky today? I still need to try out the new update. I do love No Man's Sky. It's a great game. Open the door. Enters the house. I love this guy.
I don't like visitors. Who are you?
I'm Bobbin Threadbare. Are you my mother?
No, your mother was a duck. Now beat it.
Rude.
Excuse me, but the sign said there were restrooms in here?
Sorry, but that sign's a little out of date. I used to have a thriving tourist business here. I had animal wax, tattoo demonstrations, souvenirs. But there was a little accident with one of the trained animals. One of our guests was hurt very badly. So I was shut down, put out of business. And since then, I've lived here all alone. And the only company I have is the same beast that mauled that unlucky tourist. The same beast that made me a hermit. A monster that, just by coincidence, is identical to one what attacked me when I was just a child. And left me with these hooks instead of hands. A deformed man.
It's tragic.
Jeez, now I'm all depressed. Thanks a lot.
Tragic.
Can't you just leave me alone now?
And yeah, after that heart-wrenching tale, I'm going to call him Cannonball Head.
I'm a pirate, Cannonball Head. Who are you?
My name's Meat Hook, and I think you've got a little attitude problem.
Well, I think you've got a little hair problem.
No problem, Guru. Thanks for coming
you
in.
You just don't know when to quit, do you?
Enjoy your yo-yoing session.
Obviously, neither did your barber.
It's harsh.
Why, you...
Aw, I don't think he liked my jokes. New updates have added so much content. It's a really impressive turnaround given the wobbly start that Hello Games had with it. I think... I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but there's perhaps a silent majority of people who bought No Man's Sky at the time who were quite happy with what we got, but were drowned out by the people that kind of got a bit too carried away with the hype and maybe didn't understand. And I think Hello Games did have a communication problem and they hyped up too much as well. But I always thought it was going to be quite a relaxed game, centered around exploration and just kind of chilling out in space, exploring weird planets. And I think there was a lot of people that bought it expecting a slightly different game, which they now seem to have. But yeah, part of me kind of is worried that they'll also veer too far away from the kind of weird sci-fi exploration game that they'd initially created. But at the moment, it doesn't look like they are, and it's still a really fun game. I feel like I'm going to start a whole new game instead of carrying on my last one, because with all the updates, I kind of want to start again and just kind of learn it properly. It's been like 4 years, that game. my save game. I'd really like to start again. Plus, because they added the freighters in after I'd started, I think I missed out on getting like a super duper free freighter, and like I ended up picking like the first one I found, and apparently you can wait and get like an amazing freighter, so I want to do that. Can I go and annoy him again? Let's do it. I will taunt you a second time.
You've come to invade my peaceful home and insult me again, eh?
Yep.
What was your name again, Cannonball Head?
Look, I told you not to call me that. My
So harsh.
name's Meat Hook, and you still have a little attitude problem.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Cannonball Head.
That's okay. I'd rather have a cannonball head than a ponytail.
I'm trying to apologise here.
I meant to call you Chrome Dome.
Why, you...
Chrome Dome is a classic of the genre. I can't remember why I'm in here. I'm sure
I
there's a reason.
suppose you've come to invade my peaceful home and insult me again, eh?
What was your name again, Cannonball Head?
Look, I told you not to call me that. My name's Meat Hook, and you still have a little attitude problem.
No, I've got a big attitude problem.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Cannonball Head.
That's okay. I'd rather have a cannonball head than a ponytail. Ha 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 ha! Hey, you've got a pretty good sense of humor. Ha! Want to see something really funny? Ha!
Yes, please show me, Mr. Meat.
What's this? Say hello, Roger.
Hello, Roger.
Wait, that was a good trick.
Pretty good, eh?
To be fair.
I got a whole routine, but I don't have the time to do it
does he
all
do
right
that?
now. Maybe if we're ever on a long ocean voyage together. But until then, I'm a very busy man, so...
Could you show me that neato tattoo thing again?
Well, okay, but just one more time. What's this? Say hello, Roger.
Hello, Roger.
Whoops, I just realized that this is the wrong house.
Oh, okay. Have a nice time on Melee Island. Say goodbye, Roger.
Goodbye, Roger.
Okay, now what? We got some cash from the... Yeah, we got some cash from doing that thing. No, not the pole, the wire. I remember this bit being annoying before.
A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. What possible use could that have?
Use rubber chicken on cable. That's what we want. Yeah, so we got some cash, but I don't know. I have a feeling...
Wow, it works both ways. That's some chicken.
I have a feeling I'm going to need that. Once I get past Troll. Just remembered what I have to do. Okay.
Move out of the way, or I cuts my way through.
Sorry to bother you. Well,
Bum, 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 bum. We need to go back to the shop. And do some good old-fashioned following. Bum 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 bum.
Hi there, fancy pants.
I wonder if I can actually buy the... Maybe I can buy the shovel with the money I just got. Although I think I need it for something else, but let's...
Got a special on shovels today. What do you think this is, a museum?
Let's go for them anyway. I think I can buy them.
What do you want?
About this
about
sword.
this sword.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
Great. Best 100 pieces of 8 you ever spent. What else do you want?
About this shovel.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
Great. Oh, it'll pay for itself, believe me. Yeah, you'll dig up 75 pieces of 8 in no time. But hey, save some treasure for the rest of us, would you? What else do you want?
I could really use a breath mint.
Whew, you're telling me. Here, take one. Please. Take the whole roll. That'll be 1 piece of 8. What else do you want?
That's good. And now...
I'm looking for the Swordmaster of Melee Island.
Look, I told you she doesn't want to see you.
Maybe if you asked her again?
I guess I could hike all the way over there. Again.
Yeah, you
Be right
could.
back. And don't touch anything!
Now we follow him. Man, the amount of times I've accidentally gone into the scum bar when I've been doing this. Yeah, and they lose the guy. So I don't know, we might get off Melee Island today. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. We'll be close anyway. Where'd they go? Oh, there he is. Haha!
I better just stay back here and eavesdrop.
Hello again, Carla.
I thought I told you to get lost.
Actually, I'm here on business. This kid come into my store, see?
Face it, you crusty old lech. You'd make any excuse just to come out here and bother me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, cut it out. I'm sick of it. Take a hike and don't come out here again. Someone might follow you, and then I'd become another Melee Island tourist attraction.
Hey, it's your loss, baby.
Yeah, right. Now scram.
He's such a creepy man. I'm just gonna close my window for a sec, 'cause it's getting chilly. That's better. So yeah, I need to find some more modern point-and-click adventures. So we've got Tacoma and Deponia. Hey, apparently they're making a Beneath the Steel Sky sequel as well, which should be great. I used to have that one as well. And I've got Simon the Sorcerer on my phone. It was also one of our favourite ones. But I don't think you can get that on
How
Switch. How
dare you approach the Swordmaster without permission, which I surely didn't give you.
Uh-oh. I beg your pardon, I must talk to you. My name is Guybrush Threepwood, I've come to kill you. Or, hi, I'm selling these fine leather jackets. What should we go for? I'm going to go with...
Hi, I'm selling these fine leather jackets.
Do you have one in size 3? Of course you don't. Because you're not really a jacket salesman.
Rumbled.
Let's be honest. You're here to prove yourself to the pirate leaders in hopes of one day being as immoral as they are.
Yep. Nailed it right on the head. Gee, you're smart.
What was your final grade in Captain Smirk's sword fighting class?
Grade? Class?
You mean you came here to take on the Swordmaster of Melee Island, possibly the greatest sword fighter in the entire Caribbean, without a single lesson in the art of fencing?
Yes.
Yep.
How did you expect to defend yourself?
Gee, I don't know.
I see. Obviously not with your razor-sharp wit. I'd advise you to seek out Captain Smirks and get some real training. It would hardly be ethical, sporting, or even interesting to fight someone as unskilled as yourself. So beat it.
Guess. I could still take her though, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is where we need to learn how to fight. And there's a way to do that. And the way to do it is to stand at the busiest part of the island and wait for pirates to bump into you. And that'd be this bit. Ah, I'm not standing quite far enough. He got away! And then we sword fight in a very unique way. Here we go, here we go.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
Ever notice how all these roads start to look the same?
Yeah, now that you mention it, they do. It's probably just that we're tired.
Nice night we're having, isn't it?
Maybe I can't fight them yet.
I sure hope you had something more important to stop me for.
Sorry to bother you. I'll be on my way.
Oh, maybe there's something else I need to do. Go speak to her again. I need to trigger it. Something. So that I can, every time I stop them, I'm ready to fight.
How dare you approach the Swordmaster with... Oh, it's you again.
It's funny how often they say that in this game.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. I've come to kill you.
Nothing like being honest. I told you, I'm not going to fight you until you get some training. How dare you approach the Swordmaster with... Oh, it's you again.
I beg your pardon. I must talk to you.
I doubt that. Everyone who comes here is prepared to fight. Let's be honest. You're here to prove yourself to the pirate leaders in hopes of one day being as immoral as they are.
Yep. Nailed it right on the head. Gee, you're smart.
I told you, I'm not going to fight you until you get some training.
Okay. Right. What to do? See, oh, right. I'll see if there's other bits of puzzle I can fix. I've got those breath mints, so I can go speak to the guy in the jail cell, and we can do that bit. And maybe along the way, I can get some training. See, I've got the sword.
That doesn't seem to work.
Quite often you'll get stuck in one puzzle, go off on another one, and that will unlock the bit that you need. Oh yeah, I've got loads of money now. I wonder if I can get the map.
Excuse me, but oh, it's only you again. Come back for the map to the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island, huh? I hope you brought enough money this time.
I'll take it. It'll make a swell gift.
Huzzah!
There you go. You made a wise decision. Now get lost.
Right, so we've got that. We'll go and do this other bit. And see. Actually, can I look at the map?
I think I've been had. This is no map. It looks like dancing lessons.
Perfect. So back, left, right, back, right, left, back. We'll go do that in a minute. Right, so we need to go to the jail cell and speak to the guy with the bad breath.
Grago mint. How refreshing. Thanks. So, have you come to release me?
Who are you?
My name is
Otis,
Otis.
that's his
At least I
name.
think it is.
I couldn't remember.
I've been in here so long I can hardly remember. You gotta get me out of here before I lose my mind completely. Can't you see? I'm innocent.
But why are you in jail if you're innocent?
Oh, Guybrush.
I was framed.
So much
I
to learn
didn't
about
touch
the world.
The stupid flowers.
What flowers?
The yellow Konish in dormi flowers in the forest. It's against the law to pick them.
So, how's the food in there?
Oh, you know, the usual.
That's just reminded me of
Slug,
something.
grog, gruel, rats, bugs, and body lice if I can catch them. I have a carrot cake my Aunt Tilly made, even though she knows I detest carrot cake. Actually, the cook at the bar is an old friend of mine, and sometimes he sneaks me food, like pork trimmings, mostly feet and lips. But once in a while, he
yummy
brings
feet and
this
lips.
really odd rump roast.
What was so odd about the rump roast?
I have to find out more.
Well, it's the only rump roast I ever seen with a prehensile tail.
Sheriff Shinetop sure is a jerk, isn't he?
No kidding. Fester Shinetop is the meanest man on Melee Island. Luckily, the governor keeps him in check most of the time. We used to have a fair, decent man for a sheriff, but he recently died under mysterious circumstances. If you ask me, I think the new sheriff had something to do with it.
I think you've said enough, Otis.
Oops.
I hope you haven't been taking this filthy vagrant too seriously. He'd say anything to avoid paying his debt to society.
I don't trust this guy. Mainly because I've played this game before. I know how this pans out. But also, he doesn't seem trustworthy.
Oh my gosh, look at the time. I'd love to stay and chat, but,
I see. You have the time to consort with criminals, but not with those interested in upholding the law. Look, I don't know what you're up to. But whatever it is, it's probably illegal. So forget it. Wherever you go on Melee, I'll be watching. And if you try any monkey business, you'll end up in here for...
Yeah. We'll see.
Man, is he a pill or what? You see what I have to put up with? You better go before you get us both in trouble. Come to interrogate the prisoner again, huh?
can I get you anything?
Yes? You can get me out of here! Actually, something to get rid of these rats would be nice. I'll trade you this carrot cake my Aunt Tilly made. I hate carrot cake.
So who'd want to frame you?
I don't know who exactly. I think it was a conspiracy. And if there's one type of piracy I don't like, it's conspiracy. Look, I like visitors and everything, but I don't have much more to say. Plus, my throat's getting dry from all this talking. Why don't you go find someone else to talk to? It's not like I'm the only pirate left on the island or anything.
No, I don't think that's just gonna get
for the pirate who cares about first impressions.
Get rid of the rats. But he has reminded me of something I need to get, and we can do it whilst getting the lost treasure of Melee Island. So onwards, back to the fork. The fork in the forest. The fork in forest. Yeah. It's fine. bum, ba bum, 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 bum.
Breathmaster, for the pirate who cares about first impressions.
Oh, right, okay. That's handy. Right. Right, so we need to go to the fork. And we need to look at the map. Back, left, right. So is that like... Hold on, let me look at that again. Back, left, right, back. So these are the directions that we have to go in the forest to find the treasure. Obviously with the Swordmaster we followed the Fancy Pants guy. For the treasure we have to follow these directions. And what I can't decide is, does back mean back the way I came, or is it the back of the screen? Yes, if I go back the way I came, does it actually take me off the... Yeah, so it can't be that way then. So we'll just try this way. Oh, and I want to pick up the flowers that it said were illegal to pick up. So it was back, left, right, wasn't it? Right. And then left, right, back. Left, right, back. Left, right, back. Right. Back. Right, left, back. Left. Back. Please be right, please be right. Oh, well the music stopped. Oh, there's a plaque.
The legendary lost treasure of Melee Island. This carefully reproduced piece of Melee Island history has delighted thousands of would-be pirates and their families for generations.
Hey, you've got
Remember,
your own Guybrush.
there are other pirates on this island.
Emote.
So
Hi,
go
Weaker
easy
Youth.
on the treasure. Leave some for the next person.
Welcome to the stream. Where'd you get the Guybrush emote? Oh, is it your own one? Man, I'm jealous of your Guybrush emote. I have one too. Yours is nice and clean. Thanks so much. I need my shovel. I need to go use shovel. Let's use shovel with the X.
Well, this shouldn't take too long.
Hours pass.
Hours pass.
Hey, I think I hit something. Oh boy. It's a t-shirt. Not my size, but a nice one nonetheless. Well, I guess I should put all this dirt back now.
Yeah, right.
More hours pass.
I've got a few ideas for other ones to add. Though I don't want them all to be Monkey Island ones, but I think I'm quite happy with having a Monkey Island themed stream for a bit. It kind of suits me. I've got my Monkey Island t-shirt on for the stream, and I did my overlay all nice and stuff. I didn't look at the marker. I can't remember what the marker says.
Here lies treasure of such unimaginable wealth. Well, you'll just have to dig it up to believe it. Paid for by the Melee Island Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, but we have the t-shirt. And the t-shirt is important because if we look at it...
I found the treasure of Melee Island and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
I think we can give it to someone. Because it's ultimately worthless, but it's perhaps impressive. And someone was looking for that. I hope it's this one. Right, so let's see.
None shall pass. None shall
It
pass.
has been a long time since I played
That's
this
pretty
game.
useless, but it's not what I want.
Which means it's going to be the Sword Master
None
one.
shall pass.
Okay. But that's fine. And we also got something that we can use in the village. So we'll go back there for now. Do, 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 do. So I'll have to check out your channel, Wiki, if I haven't already. Oh, maybe I haven't. I'm gonna go check it out now. Do, do. Which I realise is very exciting. Retro speedrunning. Ah, cool. Ah, thanks for the follow. It is very much appreciated. Oh wow, DuckTales. There's some classic games there. Well, I will chuck you a follow too. As a fellow Monkey Island fan. Cool, man. Oh wow. It still shows when people are online in this. I've not played my Xbox 360 for a long time. It's been a very long time since it's been connected to the internet. Right, so we've got some stuff. We picked some flowers in the forest, which we are going to use. Oops. Still getting used to this. Use the yellow petal with the hunk of meat. So now we have meat with condiment. That's important. I mean, it's bound to be a perfectly fine, safe condiment. Everyone loves condiments. Even ferocious piranha poodles. Right? Ba 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 bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Right, you deadly piranha poodles. Let's be having you.
Important notice. These dogs are not dead. They are only sleeping. No during the production of this game.
I love that sign. I'm sure they're fine. Like, yeah. Fine. Definitely fine. It's okay.
A priceless Ming.
Ooh, let's look at the painting.
I don't recognize the man, but he has a great hat. No time for reading now.
Bum, 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 bum. I can't remember what happens here.
This door appears to be locked.
I mean, I kind of can. When does it happen? And is there anything I can steal?
This looks like a job for Fester Shinetop.
I love this bit. I'm not doing any of the actions.
Not the red button.
Tremendous
It's
yak.
a big, ugly, hairy yak wearing some wax lips. I can't move it.
Push tremendous, dangerous looking yak. Pull tremendous, dangerous
I
looking yak.
can't move it.
Pick up staple remover. Use staple remover on tremendous, dangerous looking yak. Pick up manual of style.
I'll need this. I must be nuts.
Pick up wax lips. Much needed.
Heck! Gophers!
Pick up gopher repellent. Use gopher repellent with gopher. Use gopher repellent with another gopher. Use gopher repellent with gopher horde. Arg! Use gopher repellent with funny little man. Look at fabulous item.
It's beautiful.
Open lock.
I can't open it. Uh-oh!
Pick up heavy chair. Use heavy chair with sheriff.
That should hold him for a while. If only I had a file, I could get the idol.
Aha! There's a man with a cake he wants rid of in his jail cell. That might be something to get. Okay. We now have some gopher repellent, staple remover, manual of style, and some wax lips. Phew. And various other bits.
I can't pick that up.
I don't want you to pick that, but just want you to go out the door. Okay. I wonder if gopher repellent works on rats. Let's go find out. Maybe I just need to give it to him.
Hey, this might work on the rats.
Yay.
Thanks. Here's the cake.
It's heavy.
Use. Hey, got the file. Okay, I guess get the fabulous idol. Can't remember what the fabulous idol's for. It'll come back to me. God, it really has been a long time since I played this game. Did you make those Guybrush emojis, or did you find them somewhere weaker?
I've got the file.
Use manual of style with shredder. Give stylish confetti to heavily armed clown.
Whee!
Ah, cool. You commission them from a good artist. Throw wax lips in fire. Use file on rhinoceros toenails. Use file on lock. Pick up fabulous idol. At least we got the idol.
That was a close one. At least I got the idol.
But I'm not done with you yet.
Uh-oh.
Thought you could get out of here with the idol of many hands, did you?
Look, I can explain.
So
Yeah,
can
it's
I.
one of the trials, isn't it?
You poisoned the governor's pet poodles,
They're just sleeping.
broke into her house,
The door was unlocked.
and stole one of her most valuable pieces of art.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Well, I mean, that is
Oh,
true.
really?
Well, let's hear your explanation.
It belongs in a museum.
Ah!
What's going on here?
I caught this hoodlum making off with your idol, Governor. He says it belongs in a museum.
It does.
That's right, it does.
What?
You heard me, Fester. The real question is, how did he get in here while you were on guard?
Yeah, Fester.
Oh, just go away, Fester. I can handle this.
I'll deal with you later.
Sorry about him. He's new. I'm Governor Marley. Governor Elaine Marley. So my idol belongs in a museum, eh?
So this is what the original kind of hand-drawn painting bit looked like. I don't know if it's much... I kind of liked that realistic pixel style. It was good.
Gosh.
Relax, Mr. Threepwood. I know why you're here. Believe me, you're not the first who's tried. Although I have to admit, not many get as far as you have.
That's right, they don't.
My lookout told me of your arrival. I've wanted to meet you ever since I heard your fascinating name. Tell me, Guybrush, why do you want to be a pirate? You don't look like one. Your face is too... sweet.
Girl.
I see. Well, you're obviously not in the mood for idle chit-chat, are you? I suppose you've got many more exciting things to do? I won't take up any more of your time, Mr. Threepwood.
Blue. Glingly?
I'm glad I've got the voices
I
on
really
for that
wish
bit.
I knew how to talk to women.
I know, but my voice acting just isn't as good as theirs. Yeah. I think the original does have more charm, doesn't it? But it's the UI and isn't... Yeah. I don't think so. That'd be good. Hold on. Yeah, doesn't seem to, which is a shame. I know, because the sound design is a significant improvement. Even the background sounds are better. But my ears itchy. Nevertheless, we'll continue. The original art is better, I know.
Where do you think you're going, Freedwork?
Yeah.
You know, it's not too late for us to make up and be friends.
Yeah. And it's also not too late for me to kill you and still make it to the bar for happy hour.
Very rude.
Hand
Very
over
rude,
your
man.
sword.
Uh-oh.
This is the end of the road, my little pantalooned pal. Your troublemaking days on Melee Island are over. My plans for the governor are far too important and much too near completion to risk letting a would-be pirate like you get it away.
We'll see.
So
We'll
long,
see.
Mr. Spice Cake or Droop Face or whatever your name is. This might actually turn out to be a pretty good day.
Guybrush has one talent alone, and that is holding his breath for 10 minutes.
I can't reach that from here. I guess I'll be needing a sword. This one will do.
Sword.
Well, that wasn't so hard. Now all I have to do is show this stupid idol to the pirate leaders and...
You're alive!
Governor!
Hey, you can talk. Who'd have known?
What are you doing here? Come to finish the job?
No, I came down here to save your life. Fester wasn't acting on my orders when he threw you in there.
You came down here to rescue me? I didn't even think you liked me.
Well, our first meeting was a little awkward.
I think
Seemed
it's
to
the
have
same
trouble
actor that
forming
does the
complete
Curse of Monkey
sentences.
Island voices.
But then
for
again, so do
Guybrush.
most of my citizens.
But I'm not one of your citizens.
It sounds
I'm
like
just
him.
a drifter. A nobody. A would-be pirate. Who would have known or even cared if you'd let me drown?
I would have, Guybrush.
Oh, Governor.
Oh, Threepwood.
Oh, Elaine.
Oh, Guybrush.
Love Muffin.
Sugar Boots.
Honey Pumpkin.
Plunder Bunny.
Kiss me.
No, we mustn't.
What?
Not here, where everyone can see us.
Why? Are you ashamed of me?
No, no.
I can't believe how
it's
much
not
this
that
game
at
still
all.
amuses
It's
me.
just that many of these pirates have made advances towards me. And to avoid hurting their feelings, I've always told them that my father made me promise never to fall in love with a pirate. If they see us together, they'll know I was lying.
Okay, then. Let's go to your place.
Okay.
Smooth.
But finish your trials first. I don't want you to be preoccupied.
But... I feel this sudden urge to complete the trials. Quickly.
Okay, so we have the idol. We can show that to the pirates. I still need to work out how to get... I can't remember how to start getting the fights. The insult fights.
Ah, the idol of many hands. You're a brave lad. And thank ye for stealing it for us.
Tell me again about mastering the sword.
You must seek out and defeat the sword master. Someone in town can probably direct you.
And get yourself trained first.
Ah, it's Meat Hook, isn't it? I need to speak to Meat Hook about training.
What's in that grog stuff anyway?
Grog is a secret mixture which contains one or more of the following:
Kerosene,
propylene glycol,
Artificial sweeteners.
sulfuric acid,
rum,
Acetone.
red dye number 2,
scum,
Axle grease.
battery acid.
and or pepperoni. As you can probably imagine, it's one of the most
Pepperoni's in all the finest
volatile
beverages.
substances known to man.
It's not a top beverage. if it
Stuff
doesn't have
eats right
pepperoni.
through these mugs, and the cook is losing a fortune replacing them.
I found your legendary lost treasure.
Oh, I discovered the lost treasure, eh? You're a clever boy. You may keep the chic t-shirt. We have plenty.
I'll just be running along now.
Leave us to our grog.
So it's just the
Come back
Swordmaster
later
plus
and
2.
tell us how you're doing.
Alright, go see Meat Hook. Try not to insult him too much again. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. He's gonna be so excited to see me again. We're gonna be best friends. Hey, buddy.
I told
pal.
you, I don't have the time to show you any more tattoo tricks.
Oh.
Could you show me that neato tattoo thing again?
You've
Well,
got a Meat Hook one as well.
Okay, but just one more time. What's this? Say hello, Roger.
Hello, Roger.
Right. Oh, I knew there'd be a bit where I'd get stuck. I just need to remember what to do.
Whoops, I just realized that this is the wrong house.
Oh, okay. Have a nice time on Melee Island.
So I need to get someone to train me in sword fighting. Why did I keep asking him about his tattoo again? Yeah! Good use of the Herman. I mean, it would be boring if I just waltzed through the whole game remembering every single puzzle. Right, I've done with the circus. Swordmaster won't speak to me until I've got someone to train me. I don't think I've got anything else to give the troll. Maybe I do.
None shall pass. None shall pass. That's pretty useless, but it's not what I want. None shall pass. None shall pass. That's pretty useless, but it's not what I want. None shall pass. None That's shall pretty pass. Useless, but it's not what I want. I want something that will divert attention from things that are really important. None shall pass. None shall pass.
Why can I go down there? I feel like I've been annoyed at this stage every single time I've ever played this game. Right, we'll have a quick look around the village in case there's something else that I meant to do. So something that will divert attention from things that are really important. Let's talk to the men of low moral fibre.
I'll just be running along now.
Done all them. Is there anything I missed in the voodoo lady place? That's where I got the rubber chicken.
Let's see, there's a jar of bat drippings, a box that says assorted scales, a shaker full of monkey flakes, and some cat knuckles. Cat knuckles?
Cat knuckles?
How barbaric! No thanks. I'd rather not touch any of this creepy voodoo stuff. Poor chickens.
Not yet. I will ask if I'm needing any hints. Can you remember what to do? I've always liked this, I've always liked that gag as well. There's not going to be anything else up there, is there? So there's two things I need to do. One is get trained to sword fight, and I think that happens at the house at the end of the island. And the other is to get past the troll, so I can get to that house and also get stands. So I think first of all I need to find something to give to the troll. It has to be pretty useless, by able to distract from something that's very important. Oh, I know.
I found the treasure of Melee Island and all
I've
I
just
got was this
completely
stupid t-shirt.
remembered whilst looking at my inventory. And it's a
I don't see anything special about it.
brilliant joke as well.
I don't see anything special about it. I don't see anything special about it. I don't see anything special about it.
Oh, pressing the wrong button. It's such a good joke, and it's also like the biggest troll in any. It's the biggest troll. It's the troll trolling the audience. I know. I don't know if it translates, but God, Gilbert. And honestly, that puzzle, it's a joke, has got me every single time I've played this game. But I've got it, so it's all good. Oh, I could have done this ages ago. Getting the fish was like the first thing I did. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure I was the same, and then I was like, massive groan. Whoever came up with it is just evil genius.
None shall pass.
Actually, if I look at the fish, does it even say?
I think it's a herring.
None shall pass.
It's a herring.
None shall pass.
Give the red herring to the troll.
A red herring. Pass.
Useless but distracting. It's still a damn good joke though. Right, I think I'll deal with Stan later. I'm gonna go to the house first. I do love Stan though. He's possibly my favourite. Hold on, look at the sign.
Captain Smirk's Big Body Pirate Gym. Prices. Sword training, 30 pieces of weight. Cannon firing, 160 pieces of weight. Balls extra. Grappling hook, 130 pieces of weight. Hook extra. I think I'll knock. It'd only be polite.
What do you want, you wimpy little spineless maggot?
Rude.
Could you train me to be
right
better
to
than the Swordmaster?
Better than the Swordmaster? You? You could never be half the sword fighter Carla is. Even with hours of hard work and sweat and blood. I remember fighting side by side with Carla at Port Royal. The local constabulary had us cornered. It looked like we were done for, but then she said... But I digress. You just don't have what it takes.
You know, you really should quit smoking.
Yeah.
What I really should do is make you eat this stogie.
That went well.
What do you want?
I think I like Guybrush because he's exactly what I'd be like if I was trying to be a pirate.
I do so have what it takes.
You do not.
I do so.
You do not.
I do so.
Oh, I like your spirit. I'll do what I can. Of course, it'll cost you. What do you got?
Well, I figured you'd do it for free.
Well, you figured wrong. What else have you got?
Well, I've got 30 pieces of 8.
Say no more, say no more. Let's see your sword.
Okay, check it out.
Yes, this is a nice one. Let's get to it. Okay, you maggot. Why don't you whip that sword out and let's see what you can do with it. Boy, you fight like a dairy farmer. I usually don't waste my time with vermin like yourself. But seeing as this LeChuck thing has put a cramp on business, I got no choice. I need the money. Yes, I can see this is gonna take some special measures. Just want you to know, I don't do this with everyone. It's only because I feel that special student-mentor pieces of 8 bonding that I'm going to these lengths. I'm gonna put you up against the machine.
The machine? Is this gonna hurt? Yikes.
Come at me. Don't be afraid, you won't hurt me. Advance, thrust, recover, parry, repulse. Watch your footwork. Advance, thrust, recover, parry, repulse. Distance, distance! Distance, distance!
Hours later.
You're starting to get the hang of it.
More hours later.
Not bad. You've got good form. Now I'm gonna let you in on the true secret of sword fighting. Sword fighting is kind of like making love. It's not always what you do, but what you say. Any fool pirate can swing a sharp piece of metal around and hope to cut something. But the pros, they know just when to cut their opponent with an insult. One that catches them off guard. You see, kid, your wit's gotta be twice as sharp as your sword. Let's try a couple of insults out, shall we? Okay, imagine this. We're fighting up a storm. Just like Carla and I were doing at Port Royal. There's a sudden break in the fighting, and I say to you, you fight like a dairy farmer. You respond with?
How appropriate, you fight like a cow.
You must be thinking of someone else. I am not a farmer.
Ha! Ha ha ho.
I can see we've got a lot of work to do here. You should have responded with something like, how appropriate. You fight like a cow. You see, it's razor-sharp wit like that that wins fights. Let's try another. Imagine this. You're trapped up against a wall. My sword just slashed 2 cuts into your face. I say, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab. You respond with?
See, I'm a good student. I was listening.
You fight like a cow.
Yeah.
No. That was the response from the last insult. Doesn't even make sense when used here. A correct response to, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab, would have been something like, first, you better stop waving it around like a feather duster. See? Razor sharp. Now, I suggest you go out there and learn some insults.
I can't help but feel like I've been ripped off. I'm sure you're feeling something similar.
No. Never. Right, now we can learn insults. Ace. Let's meet Stan though, because Stan's the best. I love Stan. And I think it's always worth admiring the glory that is Stan's previously owned vessels back in the Amiga days. I'm gonna use the grog machine. use pieces of 8 in grog machine.
Huh. Nothing.
Look at the sign.
Welcome to Stan's previously owned vessels. I'm off searching the globe right now for the finest in previously owned marine transportation. Have a look around. I'll be right back. Stan.
Okay, we'll come back to Stan's. First, we're gonna learn how to sword fight.
Stopping a pirate can be
Yeah, here we go.
dangerous to your health.
You guys want action? Ignore Warzone and Fortnite. This is where the action is. Right here. Tuesday night. Monkey Island Insult Fighting Night. Yarr!
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. You fight like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
Yeah, this guy's good.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
First, you'd
So
better
at this
stop
point, there's
waiting
no
it
point
like a feather duster.
winning. We want to learn the insults from the other pirates.
I give up. You
And then
win.
we can use them and learn the answers from other pirates.
Move out of the way, or I cuts my way through.
And then once we've got insults and retorts,
My name is Guybrush
then we're ready
Threepwood.
to fight the
Prepare
sword.
to die.
The sword master. Right, so we know the retorts to fight like a dairy farmer. We know the retort to shish kebab, but we don't know the retorts to have you stopped wearing diapers yet, or I got the scar on my face.
I got this scar on my face
Yeah,
during a
imagine
mighty
it.
struggle.
I am
Could
rubber, you are
Totally
glue.
scupper your speed run this bit. Just trying to get that one last one. So that guy is a rubbish insult fighter because he did not know the answer to that.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Why? Did you want to borrow
Oh,
one?
good one. He's sharp.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
Oh, yeah?
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
I am rubber, you are glue. Look behind
Curses.
you! A three-headed monkey!
Ah, the classic. And just waiting here sometimes as well would totally scupper your speed run.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
So can wearing that hat.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. This is
I
the
don't know
end
that,
for
it's
you,
that
you
one.
gutter-crawling cur.
I'm shaking, I'm
Oh, come on.
shaking.
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
I'm shaking, I'm shaking.
I might win this one. Oh no.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
Ah, good.
I got this scar on my face during a
know the
mighty
answer to this one.
struggle.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
You have the manners of a beggar.
Could you repeat that? I didn't quite get it.
I said, you have the
Oh, he
manners
actually
of a
repeated
beggar.
it.
Oh, yeah? Uncle! Uncle!
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I am rubber, you are glue.
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
I think I'm gonna have to.
I hope now you've learned to stop picking your nose.
I forgot that one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night
will
soon.
wipe up your blood.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
You have the manners of a beggar.
Oh, yeah? Where did my sword go?
Alright, do one more. And then,
Move out of
see
the
if
way,
there's anyone that
or
can
I
raid
cuts my way
before I
through.
go to bed.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Oh, no. Okay, I'll sing that in just a moment. Oh, curses. I've only just got the loyalty points. I wasn't sure how long they would take to do. Right.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
I'm shaking! I'm shaking!
My handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
So, you got that job as janitor, after all.
Hey!
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Why did you want?
Why? Did you want to borrow one?
Hey, you're back. Just in time to see me sing a pirate song as redeemed by weaker youth.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I am rubber, you are glue. I give up, you win.
No way, I won. Right, we'll do another couple and then I'll sing a pirate
this
song
better
once I
be
find one I
important.
can sing. My name is Guybrush.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Did I get an answer?
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, this guy's rubbish too. How's your evening been, Goobu? So I should probably explain for if you've just joined the chat. This is insult sword fighting. It's a key mechanic of being a pirate and
You have the manners of a
the
beggar.
secret of Monkey Island.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me. Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to this
Oh,
one.
yeah?
So we're trying to learn insults and retorts so that we can take on the best
I'm
sword
not gonna
fighter.
take your insolence sitting down.
Oh, I don't know the answer to that one either.
I am rubber, you are glue. Yikes, nice move.
And yeah, the aim is to become a mighty pirate. And the aim becomes much clearer soon.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the
Oh,
point?
yeah, that was a good one.
I've heard you were a contemptible
that's another new one.
snake.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Oh, I could sing that song.
Oh, yeah? I give up. You win.
Move out of the way.
What's a
or I
euphemism? A
cuts
euphemism
my way
is
through.
when you say something but mean something else. Yeah, and it's usually like of a sexual nature. So like if you're covering up. But
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
yeah. Yeah, and Gubu is younger. And innocent. Alright, so I got that one. Which ones don't I have? I don't think I've got
Nobody's
this one.
ever drawn blood from me,
Trucks this
and nobody ever will.
You run that fast.
Oh, that's a good one.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Oh, I don't think I've got that answer either.
I am rubber, you are glue.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
I'm trying to look up pirate songs as well. Curses.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me. Look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
Right, we've got a good group of insults to say, we just don't have a lot of retorts. We need to
Move
start
out of the way,
winning a bit.
or I cuts me way through.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
I know that one.
I
still don't have
once
the
owned a
answer to-
dog that was
Do I?
smarter than you.
They must have taught you everything
Hey.
you know. There are no words for how disgusting
Oh, we have
you
this one.
are.
No, I have one. I just
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
yeah, of this part of the game, yeah.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
Oh, good one.
I got this scar on my face
Oh, I know this
during
one
a
too.
mighty struggle.
Can you remember where it is?
I hope now you've learned to stop picking your nose.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna take
Oh,
your
this one.
insolence sitting down.
Oh yeah? I give
Victory
up.
is mine.
You win.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion.
Burn!
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
Yeah. That's you told. Telt.
I'm not going to take your insolence sitting down.
This is when it gets hard to remember which ones you don't have and haven't got.
Glue.
You have the manners of a beggar.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
Oh, I think I already knew that one.
I've heard you were a contemptible snake.
Yeah, well, too bad no one's ever heard
of you at all.
Wow, you're good enough to fight the Sword Master.
Am I though?
Move out of the way, or I cuts my way through.
Oh, I'm tempted to
My
do it
name
now.
is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
I feel like there's a whole yo-yo subculture that I'm just completely missing out on. I've spent the last, 20 odd years not thinking about yo-yos again, and then suddenly I start streaming, and my streams are filled with yo-yo chat. Are yo-yos just really popular now? Have yo-yos always been popular? And I just... Weird. Yeah, I've never ever managed to do a Rubik's Cube. I feel like I should do that. I've got yo-yos, but I can't... I usually get them as like free promo stuff. Which ones don't I have answers to now? I've got that one, got that one, got that one. Do I have the dog was smarter than you one? Oh, I don't have that
I'm not
one.
going to take your insolence sitting down.
I am rubber. You are glue.
Curses. I was planning to get a Rubik's Cube and learn.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Oh, this guy's rubbish.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
I am rubber. You are glue.
Maybe we'll just try the Swordmaster. If we get lucky, we might win.
You're good enough to fight the Swordmaster.
I saw a thing, I don't know if it's true, where if you just like do left all the time, like the same direction, you can win. I need to. 40 seconds seems like insane. Right. Swordmaster, here we go.
How dare you approach the Swordmaster with... Oh, it's you again.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. I've come to kill you.
Nothing like being honest. I can tell by the sarcastic expression on your face that you've been fully trained by Captain Smirk. Let's get this over with. My sword is famous all over the Caribbean.
I kind of think maybe first you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster, but also... Oh yeah, too bad that's
too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
Because the trick now is the Swordmaster uses different insults.
I've got the courage and skill of a master
response.
swordsman.
Courage and skill of a master swordsman. No, I don't think I know that one. Ah, right. Would it be... I don't think this is right, but it's the one that's closest.
He must have taught you everything you know?
No, it's not right.
My tongue is sharper than any sword.
My tongue is sharper than any sword. You're just learning weird things. I learned how to pick a lock, and I'm learning how to get good using a slingshot. Gubru, have you ever heard of a physicist called Richard Feynman? You should get the book, Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman. It's like the story of his life, and it's got lots of funny things. But basically, he was just this, he was an incredibly important physicist. He worked on the Manhattan Project and created what's called Feynman diagrams, which are simplified ways of putting across complex scientific theory. And but he was endlessly curious, and he spent a summer playing bongos in Rio at the carnival. He also spent a year working in a chemist lab as well, just to learn how other science areas did things, and he was just this endlessly curious person, and he could pick locks. He used to go around breaking into safes in the Manhattan Project just for fun, and resetting them, and got up to lots of mischief with all these mad little skills that he'd learned over the years. It's a really funny book, dead interesting, incredibly interesting guy. If you're interested in science or just biographies, then I can recommend it. Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman. It's a brilliant book. I can't remember which insult I'm replying to now. Something about her sword. I'm gonna go with this.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster.
Hey, it was right!
Every word you say to me is stupid.
Oh, I've got that one.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
You are a pain in the backside, sir.
What's the book called? Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman. And it's Feynman. You're a pain in the backside, sir. Oh, I don't know if I know the answer to this one. I will... Oh, I'll just try this.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
Only once have I met such a coward.
Oh, I know this one.
He must have taught you everything you know.
I think that might be it.
I hope you have a boat ready for a quick escape.
Why? Did you want to borrow one?
I give up.
Yes!
You win.
We
Well,
win. That's
I
just
hope
completed
you're
the 3
happy.
trials.
You can go back and brag
Yeah.
to all
GG,
your friends
Swordmaster.
about how you beat the Swordmaster. You'll need proof. Here. This should convince them.
I am a mighty pirate. Great, now I've got...
It says, I beat the Swordmaster.
Huzzah! Now I've got 2 t-shirts. It's a key skill for being a pirate. Okay, so I'm gonna hand in this. What's happened?
What was that? I'm so confused.
Hey, what are you doing just standing around? The governor's been kidnapped.
What? By whom?
LeChuck's got her on that ship that just sailed off. I'm afraid we've seen the last of her.
So where were you this whole time? Sleeping?
Some lookout.
Hey, I'm a lookout, not a bodyguard.
Where did they go?
LeChuck's taken the governor back to his hideout on Monkey Island. I'm afraid that no pirate on this island is brave enough to follow him there. But hey, good luck. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. They left this note. You can have it, but I don't think you'll like what it says.
Attention, pirates of Melee. Your governor is alive and well and by my side as she was always meant to be. If you try to find us, you will only meet with horrifying disaster. Yours truly, Captain LeChuck.
Your best bet is probably to watch lots of stand-up comedy. Especially people who are great at roasting people like Jimmy Carr and Frankie Boyle. Although using their methods will probably result in getting beat up. Right. I feel like it's an app that would probably fail some GDPR stuff if you're automatically recording all the time. Pow! The app said it, not me. Okay, so we have completed the first part, pretty much, of Monkey Island. I'll just go and check. Everything's deserted. Let's pick up this mug.
What's wrong, old sot?
The governor is gone. LeChuck and his spectral crew came and got her. They put her in the ghost ship and spirited her away. She was so good to me. Always conveniently losing those health board reports. For a small consideration, of course. What'll become of my business? Oh, woe is me.
I always.
What can I do
Yeah,
to
maybe
save
it's
her?
against the privacy policy, but who doesn't want to be able to just come back from an insult every time?
The ghost pirate's lair is on Monkey Island. Everybody knows that. Don't ask me how. All you need to do is find a way there.
Oh, easy. Yeah, Gubu, I always find that the best comeback was always just, yeah, your face. But again, I don't advise using it. You'll probably get beat up. Because it didn't work for me. Somehow I managed to avoid getting beat up when I used it though. But it wasn't. It's not a good plan. Will you join me?
Will you join me?
Alas, I cannot go to sea. An old war injury. I'm sure you understand.
Where can I get a ship?
Stands.
Why, Smiling Stands use shipyard. Same as everybody else. Tell 'em I sent you. We're old friends.
Get me a drink.
Get your own drink.
Right. I'm off.
Good luck. Be sure to wear your mittens. And your galoshes. And don't forget to write. Bye now.
I don't even know this guy. Right. I am gonna call it a night for Monkey Island. And save it here. But, we'll pick it up again either at the weekend or next Monday or Tuesday. And obviously I have a song to redeem. You have to forgive my singing. But you know, pirates can't sing anyway. When I was one, I sucked my thumb the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forwards and backwards over the Irish Sea. Look, a bottle of rum to fill my tum, and that's life for me. When I was two, I buckled my shoe the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forwards and backwards over the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my tum, and that's life for me. Oh, when I was free, I bashed my knee the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forwards and backwards over the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my tum, and that's life for me. I know, I sing it to my kids. That's the only pirate song I know. When I was four, I knocked on the door the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forwards, backwards over the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my tum, and that's life for me. My wife's going to be like, were you singing when I was one? When I was 5, I learnt to dive the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, we're going this way, that way, forwards, backwards over the Irish Sea. A bottle of rum to fill my tum, and that's life for me. Hey! Oh, thank you. So that is my pirate song.